Hey guys! Welcome to Turkish Spotlight Secrets. All the details are in our video. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and share the video before we dive in. Thank you so much for being here. Istanbul is humming tonight, and it's all because of one unexpected sighting. Two beloved stars, Ozan Baba and Sinem were spotted walking side by side on a bustling avenue, but there was a twist that sent the city into a frenzy. They were nearly unrecognizable, hidden behind wigs, oversized glasses, and mismatched outfits, as if they had decided to switch identities for an evening escapade. One glance at the grainy street clips and every timeline erupted. Within minutes, their names were everywhere, fans whispering the same question over and over: did they secretly tie the knot? The moment was surreal. Ozan in a casual jacket that didn't look like his usual polished style, Sinem in a cap pulled low and a playful blonde bob that didn't belong to her. They laughed as they crossed the street and paused beside a small cafe, exchanging a look that felt comfortable, familiar, even intimate. It wasn't just the disguises, it was the ease. The rhythm of two people who know each other well. And that was enough to fuel a storm of speculation. Close circles claim this hasn't come out of nowhere. According to people who have seen them quietly in recent weeks, Ozan and Sinem have been carving out pockets of time to catch up away from prying eyes. Private dinners, late-night walks, and long drives with the windows rolled up. They've kept it discreet, almost secretive, as if protecting something still delicate. But Istanbul is not a city that sleeps on a secret, and tonight proves it. Still, not everyone is convinced that there's romance hiding under those wigs. A wave of fans insists it must be a playful stunt, a clever tease designed for social media. Others say it looks like a rehearsal trick, the kind actors use to slip into a character before a shoot. Yet a different corner of the fandom has already written the first chapter. This is love, carefully guarded, now accidentally revealed by the streetlights and a few bold passers-by with phones. You might remember how their paths have touched professionally, how their names, when placed side by side, light up conversations. The idea that Ozan and Sinem might finally be working together has been floating around for months, and industry whispers have only grown louder lately. Some producers have hinted that a script bringing them together is in play. If that rumor is true, then tonight's images carry a double meaning. Two actors in disguise, possibly hiding a future scene partner, or maybe guarding a private bond that goes beyond the set. As the clips circulate, a single question dominates the comment sections: are they already married, and did they trick everyone into missing the big moment? The thought sounds dramatic, but then again, what's more dramatic than two actors outwitting the spotlight? The idea of an elopement has fans buzzing, even though there is absolutely no official confirmation. No rings held up to the camera, no statements from managers, just blurry footage, easy laughter, and a pair of distinctly swapped styles. There's a second set of images too, taken not in the chaos of the main street but in a quiet, leafy corner near the water. There, Ozan and Sinem appear more relaxed, leaning into each other, speaking softly, their disguises slightly askew as if they'd forgotten how they looked and remembered only how they felt. The shots are not invasive, but they're intimate enough to spark emotions. One onlooker said they didn't seem to be hiding from each other, only from the idea of being watched. Since those photos reached the feeds, the behind-the-scenes chatter has grown more intense. People who claim to know them say the two have been seen together more frequently than anyone realized, slipping in and out of the same restaurants, renting the same seaside boat for an afternoon escape, taking care of the details that keep a private life private. And yet, it's the smallest misstep, a wig slightly crooked, a laugh a little too loud, that often gives everything away. The reaction from fans is split. A large group is thrilled, convinced they're witnessing the first chapter of a new love story. Another group is cautious, suggesting that the pair might be crafting buzz for a new collaboration. They point out how the costumes and swapped looks feel like a playful nod, Ozan wearing a cap like hers, Sinem in a jacket similar to his, as if they were stepping into each other's worlds for a night. People have begun to post side-by-side comparisons, matching gestures, glances, even the way they pivot when the camera finds them. It's a puzzle made of expressions. What makes the discussion even more feverish is their long-standing charm. Ozan carries that steady, grounded energy that often anchors the screen. Sinem brings brightness, a spark that turns a scene into something alive. Together, the chemistry is undeniable, everyone says, whether you're a believer in their romance or a skeptic with a theory board. The idea that they might soon share a frame only heightens the fascination. Fans are already casting them in imaginary roles, partners in crime in a heist tale, lovers torn by time, or two stubborn spirits who find each other when all bets are off. Amid all this, the silence from their teams is absolute. No confirmations, no denials, just the soft hum of unanswered phone calls and messages marked as read. Their close friends, when pressed, offer the same careful line: they are spending time together and value their privacy. Nothing more, nothing less. And so the city waits. Tonight's mystery has a rhythm. First, the bustling street, where they moved like two strangers threading the crowd. Then, the hidden corner, where their guard seemed to drop. Both places tell a story, but neither delivers the conclusion. Are they dating, rehearsing, or laughing at a shared secret? Are they building a partnership that lives both on the screen and off it? The images refuse to decide for us. In the hours since the clips appeared, timelines have become wild arenas of theory and tenderness. Some fans write that they hope this is love, that Ozan and Sinem deserve something gentle after so many long days on set, after so many public obligations. Others craft careful arguments about brand strategy and release calendars, reading meaning into every step and accessory. Even the wigs have taken on symbolism, a light-hearted veil over something strong enough to withstand a city's curiosity. Industry chatter adds another layer. There's talk of a production announcement coming soon, something that could pair them in a way that feels inevitable. People are saying that if the press release arrives in the next weeks, these images will take on a new shape. Instead of an accidental reveal, they'll look like an early hint. But if no project appears, the questions will only get louder. Either way, the silence is feeding the fire. There's a moment in one of the clips where Ozan notices someone filming. He doesn't confront the person, he simply looks at Sinem and gives a small, quick smile, the kind you share when you've agreed to a plan. She tucks a strand of that wig behind her ear and nods, almost imperceptibly, before they slip away down a side street. It's nothing and everything at once, a fragment that viewers have replayed frame by frame. Think about the stakes. If this is romance, it's the kind that asks for patience, 2 careers, 2 schedules, a city always watching, and a world that turns private tenderness into public content. If it's a collaboration, it might be one they want to unveil properly, with scripts and posters, not with streetlight shadows and shaky hands. Either way, what we're seeing is the dance between public and private, the delicate art of actors who know how to give just enough to make you wonder. And then, of course, the inevitable question returns, the one that keeps beating its drum across every platform: are they married? The word feels too big for the evidence, and yet it hovers like a dare. Marriage suggests a ceremony, papers, families gathered, a celebration too large to hide. Could they have pulled that off without a single leak? The romantic in every fan wants to believe it, while the realist shakes their head. Still, the thrill of possibility is exactly what keeps the story alive. Several commentators have reminded everyone that both Ozan and Sinem have always been mindful about boundaries. They give interviews with warmth, but they rarely hand over their off-duty hearts. Their social feeds are curated, their public appearances composed. Even tonight, the disguises feel like a gentle way of saying, "We'll pick the moments when you get to see us, not the sidewalk." Hours pass, and yet the talk doesn't fade. The same clips loop again and again, as if repetition will unlock a secret. People zoom in on their hands, searching for rings. Others compare their clothes to recent shoots, guessing at a timeline. There are theories that they met after a late meeting with producers, that they were walking off a rehearsal, that they were celebrating something small and personal. It's remarkable how much meaning can be drawn from a wig and a laugh. What makes this story resonate is not just the possibility of romance, it's the feeling that these two may have chosen each other as confidants in a world that rarely allows for softness. There's a tenderness in how they move in these images. A familiarity that suggests long conversations, shared jokes, small rituals. If it's love, it looks patient. If it's not, it's a friendship with the kind of trust that turns the city into a playground, not a hunting ground. For now, no statements. No photos staged on red carpets, no captions explaining the night. Just the city, those silhouettes, and the echo of questions traveling from one phone to another. If a joint project is indeed on the horizon, an announcement will give the story a new layer. If nothing official appears, the memory of tonight will stay exactly as it is, ambiguous, irresistible, a rumor shaped like a fairy tale set in a neon-lit street. One last note from the ground: the cafe where they paused reported a brief delay as customers craned their necks toward the window, trying to confirm what they thought they saw. The barista smiled later and said it best. Whoever they were under those wigs, they seemed happy. And sometimes, in a city that never stops guessing, happiness is the loudest clue of all. We'll be watching carefully for any word from their teams, and for any sign that a production is ready to put their names on the same poster. Until then, the images from Istanbul will keep spinning through the feeds, stirring hope, humor, doubt, and wonder. Are Ozan Baba and Sinem together, or simply playing the game better than anyone else? The answer is out there, just beyond the frame. This brings us to the end of our video. If you enjoyed our coverage, please subscribe to Turkish Spotlight Secrets and share this video with friends who can't resist a mystery. See you in the next one.